If you are interested in getting a free VPS for life, I want to share with you a few cloud service providers that can really help you. Okay. So, one thing I want to tell you here is that when it comes to the top providers that I will share with you, you always want to make sure that you have a conversation with them firsthand. You want to talk to them before you actually sign up for the service. The free VPS is real. The program is real, but you want to really understand that you know about the service in and out. And if there are some caveats, you know about this beforehand. So top providers, first you have Vultr. So Vultr actually offers a standardized, highly reliable, high performance cloud computing environment with about 14 to 20 data centers around the globe. So that's really good. So when it comes to Vultr features, you have free trial, so you can fill out the application form and wait for the review. You have data centers in countries such as Japan, the States, Mexico, US, and you have customer support via support ticket and email. So that's kind of cool. So what are the pros and cons when it comes to Vultr this year? Well, you have a simple and clean interface, so that's really fantastic. So if you're looking for a free VPS for life, think about Vultr because they have a control panel that really is there. It's really user friendly, and you have the ability to log in. You have many plans available, including the free version. You have flexible pricing, and you have support for virtual currency payments, and you also have free Linux VPS. So that's kind of cool. That's really on the positive side of Vultr. You also have the negative side, the flip side. Virtual currency payments are not supported all the time. Okay, and especially if you are in certain geographies of the world, some servers freeze and you can't do everything, but this is rare. Windows VPS free trial, and you also have free VPS that requires a credit card. So in terms of the free tier program, you have one V CPU, zero point 0.5 gigabyte RAM, 10 gigabyte disk, IPv4 address. That's kind of cool. Plus, you have 2 terabytes of free global bandwidth. So that's really fantastic. Okay. And basically, you can have the free program for 3 to 6 months, and you can renew that free program. So that's really fantastic. So Vultr, that's the first free VPS provider. If you're looking for a free VPS for life, I want you to think about Lightnode. So this is another provider, a really, really top provider. And Lightnode has been around for nearly 25 years. So that's really good. And they provide more than 30 VPS locations in the world, 30 to 35. And you have high performance SSD VPS servers, global quality cloud servers, hourly and monthly billing. So that's really fantastic. On top of that, you have 100% KVM virtualization. Okay. So the data centers here are like, do you have some in Silicon Valley? You have some in Germany. You have some in Pakistan, South Africa. You have some in Japan, Singapore, and so on and so forth. In terms of customer support, you have support ticket and email. So that's kind of cool because you have flexibility there. So what are the pros and cons when it comes to this free VPS provider? The pros first, you have a user-friendly interface and you have a great management system also. You have lots of data centers worldwide, growing number of data centers. Okay, that's kind of cool. You have Windows VPS free, the free Ubuntu VPS, free cPanel VPS hosting. You have dedicated IP address, and you have free VPS, no credit card. So that's really fantastic. There's no need to tie up your credit card, and you have one-click RDP access for Windows, and you also have the ability to easily upgrade the resources. On the flip side, virtual currency payments are not supported as of yet. Okay, so that's something to really think about. And in terms of the Lightnode free VPS hosting plans, I want you to really see on the screen here what the table really looks like. Okay, so in terms of CPU, memory, storage, CPU memory, storage, traffic, price, and price per hour. So there is also an entirely free program, but you have to really contact Lightnode for more information because they're changing their policies all the time. They're pricing all the time. Okay, so if you are a new user, you can get up to $20 to $100 in credits, and you can use that credits the way you want it. Okay, you have a free VPS forever. Okay, you can actually use the new credits permanently. So that's really fantastic. If you're looking for a free VPS provider, I want you to think about DigitalOcean. And DigitalOcean does a great job when it comes to making sure that you are getting access to your VPS servers in real time. So DigitalOcean is actually a renowned VPS hosting provider, a one-stop solution for startups and small and medium-sized businesses. Okay, and the cool thing about DigitalOcean is that they adapt to the market. Like during COVID, for instance, they tweaked their pricing tier to make sure that they were pretty amenable to a lot of small businesses, and I really appreciate that. A lot of small business owners appreciated that during that time 5 years ago. Okay, and DigitalOcean offers a free trial of their VPS services where you will get $200 worth of credits to use for 60 days. So that's really good. So, what are the features you need to really think about this year as you really contemplate using DigitalOcean? Well, you have a free trial, like you have 60-day credit for new users. You have data centers in places such as Singapore, San Francisco, New York, London, Frankfurt, Amsterdam. So that's kind of cool. And in terms of customer support, you have support ticket and email. So that's really fantastic. So what are the pros and cons of this provider? Well, the pros first, you have user-friendly interface and management system. You can also upload custom operating systems and simplify the process of, let's say, migrating your preferred environment to the cloud. So that's really fantastic. On the flip side, you have operating systems such as Windows that are not supported as of the date of this show. They do overcharge customers sometimes after logging out from the server, and you gotta really tie your free subscription to a credit card. So you just never know. Anytime you give your credit card, stuff can happen, right? And the free VPS requires a credit card, regardless of where you are at. Doesn't matter the country where you are at. You gotta have a credit card on file. Otherwise, they're not giving you access. Okay. So what are the DigitalOcean VPS hosting free plans? I want you to see on the screen here. This is what the free plans look like. Okay. But yeah, the free plan lasts for 60 days. They can be renewed. If you're looking for a free VPS hosting for life, I want you to think about Amazon Web Services hosting, okay, AWS, and this is one of the big players in the industry. So AWS allows you to really get let's just say free hands-on experience with AWS platforms, products, and services, and launch your free application in minutes. So that's kind of cool. And as a website owner, you can learn about VPS systems thanks to the free services offered by AWS hosting. So that's kind of cool because they really put everything on a silver platter for you. That's really cool. So free trial, you have a 12-month free trial. You have data centers in as many locations as possible. You're looking at 84 to 100 availability networks. I mean, we're speaking about Amazon, one of the behemoths when it comes to cloud computing. Okay, and in terms of customer support, you have a knowledge base and support centers as well. So the good thing about AWS is that you have real reliable uptime and speed, scalable features, enterprise grade security, and free VPS Linux. Again, we are speaking about Amazon, but the tool is not very beginner friendly. You're gonna have to spend some time. There's a learning curve involved here. Okay, so that's something to think about. You also have Microsoft Azure, and if you're really looking for a free VPS for life, think about Microsoft also. And in this case, what you get is you get a uh, a free like a 30 day 30 sorry 200 days $30 to a $100 credit. You also have a free service that's actually all year long on popular services, and so that's kind of cool. But with Amazon, you have to really reach out to them, or you can really tell us in the comment section, and you have to tell us specifically what you want answers on, and we'll tell you what to do with Amazon and really how to get the free VPS hosting. But great tool. It's kind of similar to AWS, by the way. So that's really fantastic. If you're looking for a free VPS for life, I want you to think about Google Cloud this year. Google Cloud is another big player in this industry. So GCP, that's how it's called, Google Cloud Platform. Okay, and so you have actually a VPS server that's free. So you have free VPS hosting forever. So that's kind of cool. And so you have the compute VM. You have the one. You have 1 gigabyte of network egress. Okay, except China and Australia, and you have 5 gigabyte storage. Okay, that's kind of cool. In terms of data centers, you have data centers across the world. I mean, we are speaking about Google, so that's important to keep in mind. So those are the top six free VPS hosting providers you want to really work with this year. Okay, let me just quickly repeat. You have Vultr, you have a Lightnode, you have DigitalOcean, you have Amazon Web Services hosting, you have Microsoft Azure, and then you have Google Cloud, okay, GCP. So what are the generalities here? And my big question is, what is GPS? Because I spoke to you about VPS hosting, but it's important to really understand what VPS really stands for too. Okay, so a VPS stands for a virtual private server. So this is actually referring to a technique whereby a single physical server is actually partitioned into several separate self-contained virtual servers. So that's kind of important. Let me repeat that. A VPS is actually refers to a technique whereby a single physical server is partitioned into several separate self-contained virtual servers. So each of these virtual servers operates with its own distinct public IP address and an autonomous operating system. So that's really cool from a flexibility point of view. So this setup enables the allocation of individual disk space, CPU capabilities, memory, and system configurations to each virtual server, ensuring that the resources of one do not interfere with the others. Okay, so leveraging the virtualization technology, you as a user experience the functionality and flexibility of managing your virtual server as though it were a dedicated physical server, including, and that's a big one, including the ability to tailor installations according to specific requirements. So let me talk to you about how to create a free VPS, okay? And getting a free VPS actually usually involves the following steps. First of all, think about the educational resources. Think about opening source project support, trial period, free but limited plans, contests and events. And also, it's important when choosing a free VPS service, you want to read the service agreement carefully to understand any possible limitations or fees, because you just never know. Like you have to really pay attention to the fine prints. So free programs, while appealing, usually come with limitations such as lower resource quotas, slower internet connection speeds, or fewer customer support services. So also, you always make sure that the provider's security and privacy policies match your needs. Okay. And so, what is free VPS hosting and who is it for, really? Well, the hosting network sector is very competitive, making it very difficult for providers to attract new customers. So, the company offers a limited number of free VPS services to actually attract new customers. So, VPS trials are really perfect for you if you are willing to test the waters before spending money on a VPS hosting plan. A free VPS trial may work well whether you are an individual, a startup, a small business owner, or a large corporation. It's all about testing the waters first. So, in addition to the VPS trial, you can also opt for free VPS services altogether. However, there is no 100% permanently free VPS provider that will not let you that will not let you down. Using one search service, you may run the risk of having your website hacked, having your data stolen, or facing huge charges if you opt for the free plan. What I'm trying to say here is that you have to understand you have to pay stuff for stuff. There's no such a thing as free lunch, really. So I don't really recommend free VPS hosting, okay? Because basically, free VPS hosting providers offer free services because they want your data, pose security risks, put your visitors at risk, okay? Involve fraudulent referral schemes, have vulnerabilities, and may be located in legally questionable jurisdictions. Additionally, there are limited resources can negatively impact your website's performance and revenue. So again, there is no such thing as free lunch. You have to pay for stuff. You want to earn money. You have to learn to actually pay for stuff. That's really a good business model to have. So who should really use a free VPS hosting? I mean, if you're interested in using a free VPS hosting, there has to be some scenarios that work for you, right? So free VPS hosting offers a great opportunity for experimenting with new projects, for running small websites that don't require a lot of resources, for aspiring developers who want to learn server management. In other words, think about free VPS hosting as an experimental sort of journey. Okay, the main benefits of free VPS hosting include no contracts or vendor lock-in, the creative freedom to modify limited server resources, and of course, the price tag of $0, right? And don't use like there are moments when you should not use free VPS hosting. Like free VPS hosting plans come with only one CPU core and limited storage space. If you are a website owner, you will be restricted to free and open source Linux distributions instead of commercial Windows Server licenses. And your free VPS server is likely unmanaged, which means what? It means you have full control over configurations, security, backups, updates, patches, and other server maintenance. Can you imagine that? I mean, you got to really have a great level of experience in server management to take care of all that kind of stuff. Think about it: configurations, security, backups, updates, patches, and other server maintenance. This can be really risky for you if you are seeking a VPS solution for algorithmic currency trading. If you need a reliable and fast solution, look for managed VPS hosting plans. Okay, that's really important. I mean, you are able to get things done faster and you are able to pay for stuff. Again, it's one of those things where you want to be willing to pay for stuff if you're willing to get some benefits. Okay, of course, you can get free VPS from Amazon. Amazon is a pretty strong contender into this list. Okay, but what you want to do here is that if you want to get a free virtual private server from Amazon Web Services, take advantage of the free packages that they offer. And the AWS free packages provide new users with free access to a range of services, including the Amazon EC2 service, which is really Amazon's VPS service. Okay, so just create an AWS account, launch EC2 instance, select free package eligibility option. You want to configure and launch, and you want to connect to your instance. By the way, if you need more information about this, let me know in the comment section, and I'll certainly explain to you further what you really need to do exactly. In conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about the free VPS hosting providers. I gave you the top providers and the generalities. Top providers include Vultr, Lightnode, DigitalOcean, Amazon Web Services Hosting, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.